Today, we're going to be talking about the difference between five-star wide receivers and zero-star wide receivers. So this first clip of film here is going to be from a zero-star wide receiver out of Florida. He is playing out of the slot right here, and we're going to be comparing and contrasting his film to five-star wide receiver Jeremiah Smith, also out of South Florida. And we're just going to talk about what college coaches are looking for in receivers and why certain receivers have that five-star ranking. So this play right here from this receiver, this is just kind of like a simple, drag concept, decent gain, right? But that's nothing really like super explosive. And this play, you guys, was very, very early on this wide receiver's highlight tape. I want to say this was his third or fourth play because, guys, your huddle highlight tape, the film that you get from your games, the films that you send out to college coaches, that is ultimately what gets you recruited. Now, the whole star ranking thing is honestly kind of BS in some senses because it's not even college coaches that give out the star ranking, right? The star ranking is given out by a bunch of guys that work for Rivals Recruiting, 24/7 Recruiting, that usually haven't even played football before, but your film gets in front of them, they see your film, and that is how you ultimately get that 5-star, 4-star, 3-star ranking. Now, honestly, guys, I don't think it matters. A college coach does not look at you and go, oh, well, you're a 2-star, we don't want you. If you're a good football player and you don't have a star ranking, but you fit the mold of their program, they are going to want you. Now, usually the difference, though, between 5-star guys and 0-star guys shows up on film. Those 5-star guys have very specific plays on film that we're going to be showcasing to you today. But this play right here, and I'm not trying to bag on this play, there's a lot of good on this play, right? It's a good catch. He turns a 5-yard drag into what? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, almost a 25, 27-yard gain, 30-yard gain overall, right? Now, but here's the thing with this type of play. It showcases he has a little bit of speed, right? Showcases that he could hit the edge fast. But, it's kind of a basic catch, right? He's wide open. He's coming over the middle. And I understand, I'm not trying to bag on this guy because if these are the only plays that you have, these are the only plays that you have to showcase on film. But this was his third or fourth play on the highlight tape. If I'm a college coach and I see this, I am thinking that I probably have thousands of other wide receivers across the country that all can make this exact same play. Thousands of receivers across the country that can catch a drag, turn it up the sideline, and then get tackled after a 20-yard gain, right? It might show that he has speed, and I get that. I totally understand. We're just talking about the difference between the two. And when we show this clip of Jeremiah Smith, you're going to see what I mean, right? You guys got to understand how competitive the receiver position is. Look at this position, right? There are 4 receivers on the field right now. So think about just this team, 4 wide receivers that start. Then there's probably 4 wide receivers that back up. Now think about the other team. Then think about all the teams that are in their league. Then think about all the teams that are in their city. Think about all the teams that are in their state. And then plus 49 other states, plus a bunch of other districts, and plus JUCO wide receivers, and now with the transfer portal, transfer wide receivers. So it is extremely competitive at the wide receiver position to get noticed. So the plays that you make on film are ultimately what's going to get you noticed. And this is not one of those plays that honestly will stand out to a Power 5 guy. Those 5-star wide receivers, the reason why they get so much hype is because those are the guys that have the Power 5 offers. Jeremiah Smith going to Ohio State. Brandon Ennis, who was a wide receiver last year, who's a 5-star, going to Ohio State. So why are those coaches recruiting them and not recruiting other guys? And it's usually plays like this. So this is going to be a play from Jeremiah Smith. And notice how this is not a wide receiver rep. This is a kick return rep. So I want you guys to watch this play and take a look at what he does. But before we get into this play, you guys, if you're a receiver and you would like to train with myself and my staff of coaches this offseason, we are going to be coming out to 14 more cities across the U.S. for 2-day long QB and wide receiver training camps. Next up on our camp tour, you guys, we will be coming out to Miami, Florida. That camp is completely sold out. Then our camp in Vegas is sold out, and our camp in Charlotte is sold out. But we will have more opportunities. We're going to be coming out to Portland, Dallas, Nashville, Chicago, Buffalo, Atlanta, Houston, Philly, Detroit, Boise, and Los Angeles. So if you guys would like to train with us in 11 of those cities, fellas, come into a city near you. Check out that very first link in the description below. We'd love to have you out to one of our off-season camps. Work with myself, my staff of coaches, again, guys, for 2 whole days. So very first link in that description below. Let's get back to this video and this clip here from Jeremiah Smith. So let's watch this play. Now, the reason why I include a kick return rep from Jeremiah Smith is usually the top tier wide receivers, quote unquote, every single year, the 5-star guys are not labeled wide receivers. They are labeled athletes, right? Why are they labeled athletes? Because they make plays everywhere. You look at a guy who's, I want to say, class of 2025 named Ryan Williams. He's out of Alabama. That dude has quarterback reps on his film. He has running back reps, safety, DB, kick return, punt return, and receiver. And he's probably a receiver by trade, just like Smith. But let's take a look at this play. Because what college coaches want to see, they want to see explosive highlights. So look at this. Broken tackle, second broken tackle, yards after contact, makes 3 people miss, cuts back across the field, and then he's able to go score. Time and time again, these are the types of plays that you see those 5-star guys making on film. And like, again, I say it a lot, they want to see explosive catches and they want to see explosive plays. This is the definition of an explosive play. So some of you might be thinking, well, coach, I'm in a run-heavy offense. I don't have the best quarterback. I don't get a ton of opportunities. Kick return, punt return, play defense, anything that you could showcase your playmaking ability and that you can make explosive plays, you can break tackles, you can get yards with the ball in your hand. Those are what college coaches want to see. Find any 5-star wide receiver, you guys. Because again, and I don't say the 5-star thing does not matter. Honestly, you guys, it really doesn't matter. Look at any Power 5 wide receiver out of high school. They are utterly dominant. They dominate the competition that they are playing, especially if you guys play at a smaller tier school. So this video is mainly about recruiting, right? It's not necessarily about wide receiver technique. It's not about any of that. It's just what's going to help you stand out the most to a college coach. And these types of plays on your film, on any side or any aspect of the ball, is going to help you stand out. So now let's talk about another play. This is the wide receiver here out of the slot. And this was like a 4th or 5th play on his highlight tape. And again, the reason why I bring that up is because when you're making a highlight tape and you're trying to showcase your best plays, it doesn't need to be a super long tape, right? Like you look at all these 5-star guys, like some of them have 7-8 minute long tapes of just freaking explosive ass plays, making people miss, cutting back, yards after the catch, punt returns, etc. Honestly, guys, a college coach is not going to watch a 7 to 8 minute tape. They're going to watch maybe 1 to 2 minutes of your tape. So that's really honestly how long you need it to be, but it needs to be 1 to 2 minutes of your best, absolute, explosive possible plays. Now, you want to include explosive plays, but what are other plays that you can include? Plays where you make tough catches. Guys, if you're wide open on a post route and you catch the ball over the middle and then you just kind of walk into the end zone, yeah, it's a touchdown, great job, whatever. But that's not an explosive highlight. That's not a catch that we don't expect you to make from a coaching perspective. So let's watch this example here. Now, this is a good play, right? But this wide receiver, he's wide open, catches the ball, and then just kind of falls out of bounds. You know what I'm saying? Like, again, but this was very early on his highlight tape. And like I told you guys in the beginning of the video, if these are the only plays that you have to work with what you have. But the following year, the next year on film, you should be trying to include some different type of plays that are going to help you stand out a little bit more. Because remember, a college coach is only going to watch 1 to 3 minutes of your tape. A lot of you watching this have dreams and aspirations playing D1 ball, even just college ball. And guys, you have to understand at the high school level, because the way the transfer portal is, this type of play, and again, I'm not trying to bag on this receiver, this type of play is not going to make you stand out as much as some other type plays with the receivers that you're competing with. Because guys, transfer portal, you're competing with grown-ass men. And college recruiting is changing every single day because of this transfer portal. So you need to have plays that really make you stand out. They need to catch a coach's eye if you want to play at that D1 level. So look at this play here from Smith. Ball's underthrown, right? Play we don't expect him to make. He's not wide open on a fade, and he has the speed to be wide open on a fade. But watch this play here. Ball's underthrown. What does he do? Comes back, rips the ball from DB Moss. And notice how this isn't even a touchdown, but that showcases that he makes the best type possible catches possible, the hard catches. He makes the catches that we don't expect him to make. Like, this is literally the definition of that, like, head top. Anytime there's a fade and a receiver catches it over somebody, they always do the head top. It's like, it's not a head top. This is a head top catch. And these are the types of plays, guys, underthrown ball. A lot of receivers don't make this play. A lot of receivers don't come back and don't secure this ball. And these are the types of catches that they're looking for, plays that they don't expect us to make. So this is another example. Smith is going to be down here at the bottom of the screen. Now, I would be lying to you guys if I told you that speed didn't matter. Right? If I told you that, like, speed is not one of those things that a college coach is going to be looking for, speed is absolutely one of those things that he's looking for. And that first example he showed of that receiver, he caught that drag and he turned the edge. That shows that he has speed, but you got to understand there are so many receivers out there that have speed. So you got to have a combination of speed. You got to have a combination of route running, making people miss, breaking tackles, playing different spots on the field. Because the more chances you have to showcase your athleticism and your explosive playability, the more likely we are to get recruited or for somebody to catch, for us to catch somebody's eye, right? That's the main goal of this. Now, there's another example here from Jeremiah Smith. And this is at a camp setting, and he is going to be running a fade route. This is just a simple one-on-one rep, but I want you to pay attention to how easy he makes it look when it's t-shirt and shorts, right? So this is another difference between like a power 5 wide receiver, other than size, other than speed. You see how easy he just makes this look. Ball's thrown over his head, just easy grab. Like it just looks easy. Right? So guys, like all of this right here is built from just hours of technique work, hours of repetition, right? You can't be that wide receiver who just walks out to the field once a week and expects to get this kind of stuff down, expects to have this type of smoothness with their routes, guys. It's got to be something where you're trying to improve your craft every day, whether that's in the gym, whether that's watching film, watching our videos to understand coverages, different drills that you can do. But guys, like this is how it should look. If you're a wide receiver and you want to play at that D1 level and you're at a camp, you're in a t-shirt and short setting, you're at 7-on-7, you should be making guys look foolish and making it look easy. That's the easiest way to stand out in that type of environment. That's when you look at a guy and go, okay, that's a college level wide receiver. And I say this not to discourage any of you. I say this to let you know what you need to try to work on this offseason. You should be trying to work on making explosive plays. How do you work on making explosive plays? Work on your explosiveness, work on your quickness, work on your route running, your hands, your speed. All those things tie into explosive plays in a live game scenario, okay? All right, fellas, hope this video helps you guys out. Hope it could give you some value. If you guys have any questions at all, don't hesitate. Leave those in the comment section below. And also, guys, if you would like to train with us, coming out to 14 more cities this offseason. Our first 4 camps are completely sold out, but we have other opportunities. All these camps will sell out probably 2 to 3 months in advance. All of our camps are sold out all the way up until February so far, right, guys? So February is a long ways away. So again, hope we can see you out there. Check out that very first link in the description below. I'll see you guys next time.